What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So we have a lot to cover in today's update, so let's get right into it. First, we have more news in regards to the $1,400 stimulus check and the entire stimulus package. We also have news from Johnson & Johnson, who gave us an update on how effective their single-dose vaccine actually is. We have President Biden, who made a policy change to now allow pandemic EBT to go out to more people. And this is actually pretty big, so stay tuned for that. We have some information on SSI and SSDI, and we have some more news on members of Congress who are looking for larger stimulus checks. Now, earlier today, we got word that the $1,400 stimulus check that they are going to be guaranteed in this next stimulus package. We've been hearing this for a while, that this is one of the pillars, but we heard this again today. Jen Psaki said, yes, this is one of the priorities. This is one of the 3 pillars of the next stimulus package. But reports indicated just a little while ago, and they are stating that Democrats don't want to rush this next package through. They're stating that Democrats don't want to rush this because they feel that the last stimulus package is still rolling out, and to address this and pass this quickly would actually hinder all stimulus, and it would actually provide too much money that would just be sitting there for the time being. This was actually something that many Republicans were saying before, is that by passing this bill so quick, and right on the heels of the $900 billion stimulus package, we're going to see a lot of money just sit being unused. But right now, experts and economists are saying it does not make sense just because Jerome Powell is sending out more and more money, they're printing more money, does not really affect how much money is sitting in accounts just waiting to be used. So what we see happen over the next week is going to be very interesting. Right now, we know that some are saying that the urgency of the last package just is not there. Now, what they mean by this is right now, states, the government is not sending out the money as quickly as possible. So the urgency from Democrats just isn't there. The package right now, the money is still waiting to be sent. We know unemployment is still flowing and will continue to flow until March 14th. Rental assistance is just now starting to be processed, and the $600 stimulus checks have not even made it to every single person that is supposed to be eligible. Right now, we're hearing that this is an issue. We're talking about a new stimulus check, and many of you guys have mentioned this in the comments as well, is okay, that's great. I can't wait for my $1,400 stimulus check, but I'm still waiting on that $600 stimulus check. That's an issue. And so a lot of people are saying that we need to address that issue first before we get to the next stimulus package. Again, I can't agree more that we need an additional stimulus package because the last one was just too small and didn't provide relief to every single person out there. That is going to be a big issue. And it's because of all these issues that Democrats feel that they can wait until March in order to pass the next stimulus package. But I can tell you right now, the majority of lawmakers and pretty much every single American believes that more stimulus is needed and we cannot wait until March. We've known this for a while, that by waiting and delaying negotiations or passing a bill, all it does is it creates a further and further delay. We know this and we cannot expect anything different. So, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer both stated that the budget reconciliation will be voted on next week in both houses, in both the House and the Senate. But reports earlier today are indicating that Democrats are just using this as leverage. They are trying to use this as leverage in order to get Republicans to agree to a bipartisan stimulus package. And this is where President Biden steps in. If the House and the Senate can both pass this, then the budget reconciliation will go to President Biden's desk and he'll be like, hey, Mitch McConnell, look what I got. If we don't negotiate now, I'm going to sign this in the next week and you're just going to have to live with it. And so that's where there's going to be a lot of leverage, unless it does not pass through the Senate, which would mean some Democrats would have to vote against this. So we will see what happens this coming week. But at the same time, Republicans want Democrats to go and use the budget reconciliation. They're pretty much tempting them, go and use it. We dare you to use it, so that they will end up wasting it, and something that might not be able to actually get passed is state and local government funding and a $15 federal minimum wage. So what we're hearing is Democrats like, yeah, go and pass it. Go try it and see what happens, because you're not going to get the $15 federal minimum wage increase, and you're not going to get state and local government funding. So if that's the case, they're like, go for it, because two of the things that we do not want will not be able to pass anyway. So again, we got Bernie Sanders and his staff saying we can get this whole thing slam dunk through. We can get this whole thing done. But again, until we see it actually pass, right now, I have no clue. This is so complicated. It's extremely complicated how they're going to get this done. But as of right now, they're trying. So right now, the negotiations between Democrats and Republicans is essentially going nowhere. They are trying. President Biden is calling. You got Kamala Harris that's flying to like Arizona to go, do stuff down there. So it's just a big issue right now. But what we know is it's not really going anywhere. Many experts are wondering why Democrats are taking so long, though. They're saying that when the last package was negotiated and when the last package was proposed, or when the proposal came out, that Democrats and Republicans were negotiating within days. But we are 1 week into the Biden presidency, and we are still not really that far with negotiations. This just shows that priorities for Democrats at this point are not on the stimulus package. Some are saying they're too focused on the impeachment trial that's coming up, and not much else is going to get done. That's a big issue. Now, right now, many lawmakers are urging President Biden that you have to step up. We have to provide more. President Biden even said, the risk is not providing too much. The risk is not providing enough. And right now, some are saying that this one-time $1,400 stimulus check is just not enough. We need to do more. This is right now what is being said. That if President Biden is serious, if he wants to make sure Democrats hold the majority in the House, the Senate, and obviously he stays in office, but if he wants that over the next 4 years, he has to get serious and provide more relief. $1,400 in a one-time payment is just not going to do it. Lawmakers say that they understand that a stimulus check is not meant to provide for the American people and keep them from falling into poverty. But they say it is meant to put money back into the economy. And if we do not provide additional stimulus, how is anybody supposed to do that? But they also ask, why as a country would we send money overseas and continue to spend money on things that won't see a return for years? But we can't provide for the American people that are right here in our backyard. This is very interesting because a lot of Americans have been saying this exact same thing for years. Why do we keep paying other countries when we could pay people right here and we could build a better economy? We could come back stronger. We can build back better, according to President Biden. What I can tell you is that right now Congress is starting to feel the heat that the American people are putting on them. One senator said that the American people are now seeing what is going on because they are sitting at home watching Congress's every move. And now they realize that Congress doesn't do much for the American people. When a senator comes out and says that, for one, I think that's very telling. That's a telltale sign that they don't do that much. When a senator is saying that, they don't do that much. Now, at the same time, Johnson & Johnson did come out and they released their efficacy rate earlier on today. They are stating that their vaccine is 85% effective overall in preventing hospitalizations. That is good. It is 72% effective against moderate and severe diseases, and they plan on requesting the emergency use authorization from the FDA sometime in the early part of February. If it's in the first week, we are currently about 3 weeks of a delay for the FDA to approve it. That's what happened with the Pfizer and BioNTech. So because of that, what I can tell you is we could potentially see Johnson & Johnson's vaccine start rolling out at the end of February. They said they can deliver 100 million vaccines by June, and this means that we could see a major shift because this is a one-shot vaccine, a one dose, and it doesn't require storage to be at a very, very low temperature. It can stay at room temperature according to what a few reports are saying. So, this is going to be big, and this could change what we see. This should play a major role in stimulus talks. But again, hopefully we see something before, as far as stimulus, we see something approved before the Johnson & Johnson FDA approval comes out, because that's going to be the end of February at the earliest. So if that's the case, like many people are saying, we might not see this until March, possibly sometime in April. So now let's address SSI and SSDI. A lot of you guys have been asking, and I promise you guys I will try to keep you updated. So I'm going to do my best to stay a little bit more on top of this. I look every single day, but a lot of times there's no news. And so here's what we know right now. Reports indicate that right now that Social Security is a priority for President Biden. It is one of his priorities. It's one of his goals during his 4 years though. But here's the issue. Right now they're saying it's not on the top of his list. It's not something that they are saying is urgent. Again, this is not me. This is what we're hearing from reports. Right now, the priority is getting the economy open and getting people back to work. Some are saying that Social Security could see a slight boost later on this year or possibly in 2022. However, it will not be for $200 per month, and some are saying that it will probably be a little bit more than the cost of living adjustment of 1.3%. So, what I can tell you is that they are trying to figure out a way to provide more benefits for Social Security recipients. However, at this time, they're coming up short on passing anything that would provide meaningful relief. So, I just want to reiterate, I am constantly looking for information from the Biden administration, from the White House, from senators, new proposals, new state benefits, whatever it is, to provide for people on Social Security. SSI, SSDI, VA, railroad benefits, everything, disability. I want to make sure you guys are being provided for. The issue is right now, nobody seems to care. Okay? I just want to be honest. I care. I do care. I know a lot of people out there do care, but actions speak louder than words. And right now, Congress is doing absolutely nothing to provide for people on Social Security, which is a disgrace. But that's what we know. Again, I promise, as I stay a little more on top of this, I will try to provide updates. Even though there might not be a lot of new information, I will try my best to bring you some updates just to fill you in on what is actually happening and what we're hearing. So, as always, make sure you subscribe so I can keep you updated on that. Now, let's get into the pandemic EBT and this program. First off, President Biden changed the policy today. This is now allowing the USDA to send more money to families with school-aged children and younger. This is a big adjustment because before you could only get pandemic EBT for a school-aged child. And the way you can do that is you either had SNAP benefits or your child was on free or reduced meals. So, what we are hearing is that SNAP benefits are still getting the 15% increase. That's not going to change. But with this change in policy, if you have a child that is not yet a school-aged child, so they're under the age of 6, I believe, they will get money on your SNAP card as well. Also, if you previously applied for pandemic EBT and got benefits in August and September, I believe those are the only 2 months, then you will automatically get the new benefits and they will be retroactive. So you will get October, November, December, and January. Okay, so you will get that, which means if you have your payment card, you could get a payment of over $1,000 with just 2 children. That is big. Now, not all states have been approved for this program yet. Only 9 states have been. The states include Illinois, Indiana, Massachusetts, New Mexico, Ohio, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Tennessee. Now, there are also, the USDA is stating that 22 additional states have applied but have not yet been accepted into this program. So that is what we're hearing on everything that is going on right now, Friday night. Just want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Consider subscribing, like I said, so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next one.